Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. I'm sorry I'm not doing a talking video today, but as you can tell my voice is a bit messed up. I've got quite bad hay fever, so apologies in advance for any snuffling. But I'm going to start off this skincare routine with the Pond's Cold Cream. This was a very common product that was used back in the day. So it came out in 1914 and was a very common way for housewives to clean off their makeup or just clean their faces in general. So this is a morning skincare routine for me, so obviously I've got no makeup or anything on. But I do have a lot of skincare left on from the night before. So this is the start of what's going to be a triple cleanse. So I gotta make sure that I get nice and deep in there for the first cleanse. I go over my eyes, over my eyebrows, over my mouth, around my jaw, just all the places where you normally get any build up. I find that the Pond's cream is really nice and hydrating, so it's really good for the skin. Following this, I go with the Garnier Micellar Rose Water, and I get a nice cotton pad full of that and scrub off the cold cream. By going round and round in circular motions and over everything that I've cleaned already with the Pond's, it just makes sure that everything's nice and ready for the next round. You don't have to be too precise with this first little bit, it's just mainly getting off the cold cream from the first one. But we'll be going in again with the second cotton pad soon, which will get rid of any little bits and bobs that are left over from the first cleanse. As I mentioned previously, we're going in for a second time with the Garnier Rose Water. This time really soak the pad and make sure that all the cold cream is off the face. You still get a really nice residue from it, it's like really deeply moisturising, it's almost like an oil. But even though I've got oily skin, I find it's really soothing and it stops me getting breakouts because I feel like it just balances my skin out a bit more. Getting rid of the cotton pads, you have to do it. So next I go in with the Pixi Glow Tonic. As I mentioned, I do have combination skin, which means that I am prone to bits of dryness but also oiliness. So the dryness obviously gets cakey under makeup and the oiliness is not great. But I find that with the Glow Tonic, it helps balance out some of the oiliness, but it also really gently exfoliates the dry skin off. So I tap this in and I just really gently pat it all over my face. Like, I don't know how much you're supposed to go with glycolic acid, but that's what I do. Then next I go in with the Salicylic Acid. This is actually a really cheap one from Creightons. I think it was about £3, and I really soak the cotton pad with this one and I just rub it all over my face again. I'm a little bit more generous with this one than the Pixi one. I'm not sure what it does, but I've noticed a really positive effect from it. So once all that's sort of patted in, you can already kind of see that my skin's got a little bit of a glow to it, but not quite where I'd want it yet. Nice little close up for you. And then moving on to the next step, which happens to be my ice roller. I know it's a bit silly, but I really enjoy the cryotherapy stuff. So this one is a muscle roller and I mainly use it down the back of my neck. I find it's really good for drainage, helps me feel more awake, apparently it helps the lymphatic system, but I don't know how much I know about that. But I just think it feels really nice. I do usually do it for longer than this, but I don't really want to sit there rolling my neck for too long in front of you guys. I do a really rough layer of this over my face as well. I do go in with some Cryoballs next, so I don't spend too long with the roller on my face. But it's really nice just to sort of get things moving. These are the Cryoballs. As you can tell, they've defrosted a tiny bit, but they're still fresh out the freezer. They've just got a layer of condensation on. And I find that helps them just to glide across the skin quite nicely. So I do this across all under my eyes, across my entire face. And I know they're not necessarily for contouring, but because it tightens everything up so quickly, I generally do it in an outwards motion along the areas that I feel need to be contoured, purely because I just feel like as things tighten up, it's just really nice to have it in those areas, and obviously under the eyes it just reduces your puffiness and it just makes you feel human in the morning, to be honest. If you hold it on too long though, you do get brain freeze, so maybe don't do that. And lastly, I like to go over my lips just to sort of puff everything out, just make everything feel nice and tight, and then do a little bit of a run down my neck just because it feels nice. There's no rhyme or reason for it, I just enjoy it. Then I like to go in with the Erno, Laszlo, Hydrate and Nourish. I think it's a serum, but I think they call it a tonic. It's very sticky, as you can maybe see. But I rub this into my skin. It's almost got the consistency of like a fine honey. It's quite sticky, quite gel-like. It's really nice. It sits well under makeup as well. It's quite expensive, so I've only got the 60ml bottle, so I use little bits of it, but it gives the skin a really, really nice glow. Next I go in with the Aveeno cream. Marilyn Monroe was a massive fan of Erno Laszlo. That's how I found out about the brand. He made her an entire skincare routine, so I invested in some of that. She also used to wear moisturiser quite heavily. She had very dry skin apparently. She preferred Nivea, but I find that Nivea tends to give me breakouts, so I tend to head for Aveeno instead, and I find that that's actually a really nice blend for me. It sits well under my makeup, it's really, really, really hydrating, it doesn't sit on top of my skin, and most of all, it doesn't give me spots. It's also one of the few moisturisers that I can take all up my face, all down my neck after a thorough skincare routine, and there's no burning, no tingling. It's just really gentle and really nice. Then, because I do have adult acne, I have to go in with my Freederm gel. This isn't sponsored. I think it's a nicotinamide, I don't know if I'm saying that right, base gel. I know that I'm using far too much, but it's the only thing that will calm my spots down when they're really bad. So I tend to find that if I sleep with a little bit of it in my T-zone, it works really, really nicely for me, and I can just sort of rub it in. I'm not going out today, so I've put it on in the daytime as well, but normally I do just use this at night. I just put a nice fine layer of it all over my skin, and if I do have any active breakouts, they seem to calm down a little bit. And then lastly, controversial, I know, Vaseline. I love putting Vaseline on my face. I only put a little bit on, because it can feel a little bit gross. But it just locks in everything, it moisturises everything. If you're having a no makeup day, it gives you like this nice glow from within look. If you put makeup on, it gives you that nice glow from within look under your foundation. Obviously just don't wear as much of it because it can be a little bit like sticky and slimy, but it's nothing a good setting spray can't fix. But yeah, so that's my skincare routine. Oh, I should mention, the Vaseline was also a Marilyn Monroe trick as well. She used to do it to make herself look more soft focus under the studio lights. Apologies again for my voice in this video. I know it's very grovelly and I know that my nose is blocked, but hey, nothing a bit of good skincare can't fix. Just giving my hair a nice brush out, getting ready for the day, and then I'll be ready to go. So thanks for watching, you guys. Hope you enjoyed, and take some advice from some 50 skincare. Enjoy! Bye.